here with Heather Case of Team Case at Guild Mortgage, one of my favorite lenders here in Southern Oregon. She's a great friend, wonderful lender. She's also an Oregon Ducks fan, which you can't get much better than that. So we're also going to be making, since it's CINCO de Mayo, of course we have to use tequila, and it's my favorite. We're going to be making a Spicy Paloma. I love this because it's delicious, but it's also super easy. Before we get into that, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I have grown up in the Valley. My father, Brian Case, has been living in the area for forever, and finally about 8 years ago convinced me to join him in the ranks, and I haven't left the industry since. I love it. I love being awesome agents and the relationships that I get to build with them, and just helping first-time and repeat home buyers just get into their dream home. So it's been an awesome experience so far that I look forward to continuing.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect, cool. So the drink again, it's a Spicy Paloma, which is basically a margarita, but you use some sort of grapefruit. Jarritos grapefruit soda is my favorite soda, so I use that. It's super easy to make. You of course start with tequila.
The best part.
The best part.
Yeah.
And put in just however much you're comfortable with. I'll go easy today. You put in a couple jalapenos, fresh ones of course. And then a squeeze of lime in each one. And then if you wouldn't mind grabbing the ice out of the freezer.
Yes, of course.
Full. One grapefruit in each. And then the ice. Now one thing you can do is you can like rim the glass in tahini and chamoy. I like to just put it on top because it gets a little messy when it runs down. That's just me. I'm weird about that kind of stuff. And then the grapefruit soda. This kind of reminds me of like when you go to Dutch Bros or Starbucks and then they put like caramel
on
chocolate,
top or all inside the drink.
All of that good stuff.
That's what makes it.
And then tahini, which is a little spicy, a little sweet, a little sour, a little salty. Perfect. Well, I finished these up. Why don't you tell us about a loan program that you might have?
Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to tell you about today was just the new Oregon Down Payment Assistance Program that just came out. Our team is really excited about this. It is a first mortgage combined with a 4 or 5% second that helps your home buyers with their cash to close. That could either be down payment, closing costs, whatever. This program is super unique compared to others. It came right through the state of Oregon. Like I mentioned, and you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. You just can't own any other real estate. So that's a really big deal because most of these programs do require a first-time home buyer status. Yeah. The other thing that's really unique about it is it allows for a non-occupying co-borrower. So say you can't qualify on your own, and with that co-borrower, you're still within the income limit, you can still use this program. And that's a very unique feature. The income limits are also higher than any other down payment assistance program at $125,000 a year. And that's just based on your qualifying income. So what that means is if you and your spouse collectively make, say, $175,000 a year, but you qualify for the home you want based on just your income of, say, $95,000 a year, then you can still use the down payment assistance program. We just don't put the spouse on the loan. So your household income collectively can be more, but your qualifying income just has to work for the program. So it's a really great opportunity for a lot of people struggling with cash to close or down payment.
No, that sounds fabulous. One question I get a lot, especially from first-time home buyers, is they're so scared to go talk to a mortgage lender because it just freaks them out.
Right.
Like, can you explain that process and just how simple it is? Because it really is super simple.
It is so simple, and we get that a lot. It can be really scary because we kind of have to look under the hood of the car, you know, and a lot of people don't want us to see maybe the engine's a little dirty and they just are really embarrassed by it. So, but it's all honestly super simple. We can do soft credit checks. A lot of the concern is I don't want my credit pulled if I can't do this. Well, a soft credit check doesn't hurt your credit score, but it still gives us the info we need. And I tell people it's best to just know where you're at. You can't really diagnose your situation until you see a physician, right? So you can't really say you can or can't buy a home until you talk to a mortgage lender. And we're no pressure. You know, we're not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. You don't pay us anything to have the consultation. It's just kind of getting the vets to just realize we're not as scary as people think we are.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Okay, it's time to try.
Awesome.
I'll let you take one.
Well,
cheers.
salud.
We'll give it a shot.
Oh, that's good.
Delicious. Love it.
That's really good.
Awesome. Cool. Any other like objections or things that you get from buyers that you'd like to share today?
I think the biggest thing is just, payment, monthly payment, and that's always the hardest part. There always is a little bit of payment shock when it comes into buying your first home. But that's why it's really important to make sure that you're working with a lender that's fiscally savvy and is making sure that we're, understanding, the payment's gonna go up a little bit, but we're not gonna stretch you too thin. So.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Great information. Again, if you guys need a super cool lender that loves football,
Yes.
Heather is it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.